Going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury on the GTX 1050 Ti, 750 Ti, 570 and 1650 Super. How are you guys doing? So this is with the Nintendo Switch emulator, one of the Nintendo Switch emulators, YUZU. So I'm going to show you the menu, since I tried the game and it runs fantastically well. So I think this was a good opportunity to give it a shot and see how Nintendo reacts to me making this video, because I do not know how they're going to react to a video like this. I know that they don't like emulation and all that good stuff. So Arthur says, I predict he'll run very well on the 570 and 1650 Super. We'll see. Hey Jim76UH, how's it going? Yeah, let's get started. So let me show you the configuration very quickly. So we'll limit the speed percent to 100%. We're not going over the FPS limit. Then what else? Well, on CPU we use Accurate, on graphics OpenGL. It seems to be working better on the NVIDIA card. Asynchronous GPU emulation, use disk shader cache. All this right here. I didn't touch anything here. And the controls, well, I'm using a PS4 controller. As you can probably see here, there it is. ¿Qué dice Coquin? ¿Todo bien? Next, 1650 Super, please. Yeah, I'm doing it. Be patient, please. There's a lot to go through. So, alright, that is the configuration. So I'm using multi-core, dock mode, and asynchronous compute, and OpenGL. In dock mode, this game runs at 60 frames per second. On portable mode, not so much. On portable mode, it actually runs at 30 frames per second and a lower resolution. But we can swap in real time, so let's see that. Hang on, the game is launching. Alright, Bowser's Fury, because it's the most demanding of the two. So let's jump into it right away. Hey, Sneaky God, how's it going, man? Stefan Vulkan. Tengo una torre PC pero no tiene Bluetooth. Esa es una manera de jugar con mi control de PS4 sin cable, sin Bluetooth y sin cable imposible. Okay, it's loading. So as you can see, I'm into the game now. I already went through the... Oh, hang on. Let's go to the title screen and start a new game. New game. I'm going to skip all the cutscenes, you know how it goes. Hopefully nothing happens to this live stream while I'm doing it. Alright, so as you can see it's raining, it's at 59 FPS locked. Hang on, there we go. I was using a frame rate lock there, 60 frames per second as you can see, and it's using 38% of the GPU and 16% of the CPU. Let me show you something super quickly before anything. As you can see, there are buttons right here. It says docked. If I click on it, I go into portable mode, which lowers the resolution and locks the frame rate to 30. So if you have a lower end GPU, you can click on this button and go into portable mode. As you can see, Mario there is less detailed. But if I put dock mode, which would be when you connect it to the TV, it's a higher resolution and it's at 60 frames per second. So that's super interesting. It's very scalable. What GPU is this? It's the 1050 Ti. The name is over my head right there. Oh, and hang on. Something... Oh, there's a cable right here. So basically, we are on dock mode. I have a Nintendo Switch Lite. So in the Switch Lite, this will be 720p 30 frames per second. So you can press a button in this emulator and go into portable mode, which is a great option if you don't have a good enough GPU to handle it. Yeah, everything, if you want to get this emulator, guys, link in the description. So let's play the game now on the 1050 Ti. Estoy usando un Ryzen 3 3100. Guys, I'm using a Ryzen 3 3100, 4 cores, 8 threads. So yeah, let's just continue playing the game. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. But as you can see, it's running fine, and the PC is not breaking a sweat, really. It's super easy to run. How do you feel about Ryunix? I haven't ever tried it before. I'm trying the one that runs the best, basically. Let's see, fire on screen. Okay, it dropped some frames, but just for a second. Then it fixed itself, so that's alright. Cut shine. Alright, is the performance the same as i3 10100F? Yeah, it's listed in the description. Let me skip this, let's keep playing the game. But as you can see, it's super easy to run. Yeah, we're using an emulator, that's why a Mario game is working on PC. So as you can see, the game is running pretty well, even looking into the distance. We got 60 frames per second. It drops FPS just like a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's insane, right? It's pretty funny. But I mean, it's great to play this on PC. I mean, it's pretty funny because I'm playing a Nintendo Switch game on a PC with a PS4 controller. I mean, that's pretty weird. But hey, it's working, that's what I care about. It's completely playable, even on a GPU like the 1050 Ti. I didn't know there was a Switch emulator. Yeah, there's two of them actually, which is pretty interesting. But on this one, this game runs pretty well. I mean, it runs flawlessly. So yeah. Anyways, let's keep going. 1066 gigs or 1650 Super. It depends really. If you're going to play games that have OpenGL, there are DX12 or Vulkan, usually the 1650 Super gave me better numbers. But if you get a 1066 gigs, you get the extra memory, which in some games, especially newer ones, it will be helpful to get the highest resolution textures working. Okay, now I'm a cat. YUZU emulator look good. Wish Astral Chain can run good on emulator. Yeah, I never tried Astral Chain before. But I usually try to play games that are playable on the emulator, except on the PS3 games. The PS3 games on RPCS3, not all of them run fine, which is kind of a shame. But Demon's Souls, for example, is a playable one, and I tried it in the channel before. Is this game locked to 60? Yeah, it is. It is. So, hang on. There we go. Creo que la 570 no lo va a lograr y lo probaremos. Some people are saying that the 570 is not going to make it. Well, I do not know. Usually OpenGL on the AMD cards is pretty poor, but there's a Vulkan option in this emulator as well, so we're going to try both of them on the 570. But so far on the 1050 Ti, which is not an expensive GPU, well, it depends on where you live. There are no GPUs anywhere. But it's a very lower end option, let's say. What's the resolution? I am not sure, probably 720p. But it's the native resolution of the Switch, basically. I mean, the Nintendo Switch in dock mode runs it at, I think 720p, I'm not sure. Let me check very quickly what resolution we have. So Bowser's Fury resolution, Switch. Okay, the game runs between 720p and 792p, showing that the open world design is stretching the Switch hardware. So this is basically 792p. ¿El Monster Hunter Rise funciona a 60? No tengo idea, no lo probé todavía. Catshine. Corre mucho mejor con tarjeta NVIDIA que con las AMD. Tengo una 570 y no va tan así. ¿Probaste Vulkan? So some people are saying that this runs significantly worse on the AMD cards. Good, so I can give it a shot on the AMD cards. But it kinda makes sense considering it's OpenGL. It usually happens. That's usually the norm. So yeah. Anyways, let's get some coins. Just like in real life. You just pick them up from the ground. In dock mode, the game should be 1080p max. Well, that's fine. Then I probably did the wrong one. Docked resolution then. Oh, okay. Super Mario 3D World runs at 1080p 60 while the Switch is docked, and 720p 60 when portable. Bowser's Fury will run at 720p 60 while docked, and 720p 30 when portable. So Bowser's Fury, the expansion, that is actually like an entirely new game, that is more of an open world, It's 720p even on docked mode on the Switch. So yeah, what the thing that is 1080p is actually Super Mario 3D World, which was a Nintendo Wii U game. So keep that in mind. I'm going to try more games later. It all depends... What's the name of this? It all depends on how Nintendo reacts to this video. If they do nothing against this live stream, I'll be doing more Nintendo game coverage on emulators. But this is more of an experiment to see what happens, because I do not know how it works on the video side of things. Because I know Nintendo doesn't like emulation, like at all. Which kinda makes sense. But hey. Yeah, it looks very good. I agree completely. Okay, it's dropping frames because now Bowser is attacking me. As you can see, he's very pissed. Let's attack him. There we go. I mean, I get some frame time stutters, but overall, it's only when Bowser is throwing fire very crazily, and I can still control the game just fine. Wait, what's up with the Nintendo streaming emulators recently? I don't know, they do not like it, so they are attacking creators that cover emulation. That's why I'm trying to be careful with what I stream. So this is again more of an experiment to see what happens, if anything happens. So yeah, as you can see, the frame time is a little consistent there. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. But again, some people told me that on the Switch, on the actual Nintendo Switch, the game drops frames when Bowser is attacking you like this. Okay, Bowser is pissed. That's in the title. Alright, let's skip this. Okay, Bowser went away. As you can see, and the game is completely stable now. But it was already okay. Yeah, some drops here and there, but it stays at 60, which is what I care about. Frame time on Switch is worse. Okay, so it runs better than on native hardware. That's good to know. We get the best version of the game then. Can I throw my... Oh yeah, I can. Wonderful. Frame time on Switch is worse. That's incredible. That it's that it's worse on the Switch. That's pretty funny. Also, Mario Odyssey have good performance on YUZU. Okay, that might be the game I test tomorrow, if nothing happens to this live stream. So let me know, guys, if you want to see more Switch emulation, Wii U emulation, Breath of the Wild, all that good stuff. Anda bien el GPU AMD, voy a probarlo después de esto. Guys, I'm doing the RX 570 after this one. That's the card I will be doubtful about. Because usually OpenGL on AMD cards is not great. Okay, something to light. So what now? Oh, there we go. What now? Hey, do you think I will be able to run games on medium 6 FPS like Yakuza 6 with i5-7400 RTX 2060? Yeah, I should be fine. 4 cores on that game, you're not going to get 60 locked because it uses a lot of CPU, but you should be fine when fighting. It all depends on physics actually, because that game has a lot of them, so the CPU is pretty important. So yeah, let me get the cat thing. I prefer to be a cat, so I'm able to do this. Let's move quickly. Hell yeah. I hope you test Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If it works fine, I'm going to test it. It all depends on the compatibility listed in the web page. So yeah. ¿Qué procesador estás usando? Ryzen 3 3100. Okay, effects on screen seems to be alright. Okay, every time I jump, this changed position. That's alright. I guess I just have to keep going. Oh, another cat shine. That was easy. Oh, never mind. That wasn't a cat shine. My bad. I can already smell the lawsuit. Well, we'll see. That's why I'm experimenting with this. Alright, Juan will just take care of the lawsuit. Of course, that's why he's there, just doing the part I don't enjoy doing. Alright, what now? Oh, there it is. I'll try to be a cat instead. That's more fun. I can climb walls. Okay, what happened there? Okay, he just needs one more and I get a cat shine. So... where is it? Is it down here? Why does it run so well? Because a lot of people worked on this emulator to make it work fine. Whoa. Bad idea. That's why it runs so well, because people are working on this. Which is insane, I mean... I wasn't expecting such good numbers. It's kinda crazy. I maybe had to kill them all, I think. Okay, let's kill this one. Hey, I'm over here! Oh, come on! Bowser's kid is so freaking annoying. Stop helping me! Okay. Now we're talking. We got it. Can I get similar performance on this emulator on a Ryzen 5 1600AF? It seems to be more of a GPU bound thing, doesn't seem to use a lot of CPU. As you can see, it's using 25% of my CPU. So it should be okay. Let me save my progress. I want to do a manual save so I can reload. So I'm going to make 2, because I think there's a big battle coming on, so it will be fun to give it a shot. So where to now? Gotta go up there, I think, or... yeah, sure, why not? Let's try something else. ¿Vas a probar el CTR después? Sí, vemos. Por ahora solo voy a probar este, veremos qué sale después. Will you run any tests for Valorant Wonderworld? Never heard Wonderland. I never heard about that before. So I do not know. Probably not. Not for now. Okay, how do I activate this? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, no, that wasn't what I needed to do. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's become a cat in the meantime. Okay, perfect. A bell. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed and you like my content, consider doing so and click the bell to get notifications each time I go live or make videos. Okay, as you can see, when fire shows up, we stay at 60, but the frame time goes a little bit crazy. That's alright. I mean, it's still completely playable. Okay, now I got Super Saiyan Mario happening, so this should be more demanding. Have you thought include APUs with bigger graphics? Yeah, but it takes more time, because I have to swap CPUs, which is kind of a pain. So yeah. As you can see, even when on one of these fights, it's still fine. The GPU usage is pretty low, it's 50%, and the CPU is below, less than half, although there are some stutters, yeah, it happens. Boom, gotcha. Alright, to be honest, nowadays you don't need DS4 Windows to make a PS4 controller work. Yeah, but it's nice to have the option to make Windows think that it's a 360 controller. At least in my opinion, it makes it more compatible with PC games. So yeah. Gotcha! Gotcha, Bowser! Kratos versus Ares be like, yeah, agreed. Alright, so it runs fine on the 1050 Ti, as you can see. Yeah, whatever. So as you can see, it's an open world game. That's why it takes more power than the Super Mario 3D World base game. Alright, we got it. So let's pause the game. I'm going to show you super quickly the base game. So this is Bowser's Fury. This is the new thing that it's only on the Switch. And you got then the Wii U game, Super Mario 3D World. So let me show you that first. Secondly, so this is a way less demanding game. But it's nice to play with multiple people. It's a fun game. ¿Por qué no pruebas Mario Odyssey? Porque quiero ver primero qué hace Nintendo con mi stream. So as you can see, guys, this is a more basic game. Remember, it was on the Wii U. And it's an older title, but it was re-released on the Switch with Bowser's Fury. So as you can see, this is no open world. This is more like classic Mario. And this runs at 60 on dock mode and on portable mode. So this is the best running game in the both games are in the two games that are included in this runs a lot better because it's not an open world. As you can see, instead of 50% GPU usage, we got 30%. So this is 1080p 60 as far as I know, while Bowser's Fury is 720p 60. So as you can see, this part, if you want to play with other people, it's great. If you got, I don't know, any family members you want to play with or friends, you can connect multiple controllers and play this with a lot of people. So yeah. ¿Cómo es el modo portátil? El modo portátil es 720p 60 en este modo. So as you can see, guys, away from Bowser's Fury, it runs even better. So yeah. As you can see, it's okay. Runs completely fine. No issues whatsoever. So let's swap GPUs now. Yeah, and the graphics look really good for a portable thing. It's kind of insane, yeah. So guys, now I'm going to do the AMD card. So, because usually AMD cards are not great at emulation, because OpenGL, but there's a Vulkan option, so we're going to try both of them and see how it goes. So allow me a second, I'm going to swap GPUs. So here's the 1050 Ti, did a great job. Native resolution and 60 frames per second. Let me grab the 570. So here's the 570, let's wish it luck with this endeavor. Alright, it's now launching. How about Monster Hunter Rise? At the moment, I'm just trying this one. In the compatibility webpage of YUZU, it should say how it runs, but depending on how this video does, I'm going to see if I do more or less Switch content, because I don't know how Nintendo reacts to live streams like this. You know, emulation, they don't like it. They are pretty trigger happy with copyright, so let's see how that goes. Alright, we're on the 570 now. Let's launch YUZU. And wish me luck. So remember, there's, let me show you very quickly the configuration, just to explain something to you. So in graphics here, you can select between OpenGL and Vulkan. Just from the get-go, I'm going to try OpenGL, because that's what I try on the NVIDIA cards. But remember, the AMD cards on OpenGL are a lot worse in general. So let's see how that goes. We're going to try it out. Let me change the status to OpenGL. I haven't tried Vulkan on the NVIDIA card because OpenGL runs so well that there was no reason for me to try Vulkan. Can you play Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, I mean, I might try it later. I heard a rumor that it was going to come to PC later. So we'll see. Pretty sure this video is going to be gone by tomorrow. Well, we'll see, we'll see. That's the thing. I'm trying this to see how it reacts. So, holy hell! I mean, while it's compiling the shader, loading the shaders I compiled, on the NVIDIA card it was super quick. On the AMD card it's taking forever. So that's already a bad sign. Oh man, please run well. Mention the CPU, not the GPU. In this case, the GPU is doing most of the legwork, so it doesn't really matter. Everything is in the description, so no need to mention it. It's a Ryzen 3 3100, as I said multiple times, but I cannot say it a lot of times because it will be boring to repeat the same thing over and over. So yeah, I'm using a Ryzen 3 3100, yeah. It should be similar to an i3 10100F or something like that, so shouldn't be super difficult to replicate my settings. Even a quad-core CPU without hyper-threading should be able. I mean, it's using only 25% of the CPU. It was using both of them, CPU and GPU. So yeah, you should request your brother help swap those things. Yeah, probably. That would be a good, very useful for me. What is the best way to create a Windows VM on a Windows 10 PC? I think there's a sandbox mode on Windows 10 nowadays. But a VM, there are multiple programs for that. I do not do VMs, so I don't have experience with it. So nothing to say about it, really, at the moment. Did you manage to grab the new RTX card? No, unfortunately no. The cards are so expensive nowadays that I cannot get anything new at the moment. Anyways, yeah, they don't like it, but they use it. Yeah, true. The Mario games that came to Switch, the Super Mario 64, what else? Super Mario Galaxy 1. Those games are emulated, so I don't know. Nintendo is pretty weird. Probabas Pokémon y depende de cómo... si Nintendo hace algo al respecto con estos videos. Y no seguiré, pero se verá. I have an RTX 3080 and I'll swap it for a brand new Rolls-Royce car. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good thing to do nowadays, that we are super scarce on the GPU side. You probably can do that swap. So yeah. Sunshine also. Well, Sunshine. Oh yeah, Sunshine, the GameCube game. Yeah, true. That one is emulated as well, I think. Dang it, would be cool to see you run tests on those cards. What do you mean? Oh, the RTX cards? Yeah, although the RTX cards are a little too high-end for the channel, I think. What it will be interesting on the RTX cards is to do RTX games, such as Control or DLSS titles. That would be more interesting. I wouldn't do the normal videos like this on the RTX cards. They just destroy everything they touch in this space. I mean, if a 1050 Ti can do native resolution at 60 frames per second on this emulator, the RTX card is going to be fine. It's not going to break a sweat. So yeah. Hey, Mark13, how's it going, man? Everything good here. Sorry if it's out of topic, but my RX 580 fan spins like 3000 RPM or more and noisy, fans dying maybe. I mean, it's always running at 3000 RPM. Have you tried changing the fan curve? That usually works. They recommend RTX 3060 colorful. It's cheap in my country. If it has 2 fans and a good enough heatsink, should be okay. It's still a 3060 after all. In your first videos, how much views you was get? It took a while to get views on videos. It was usually under 100 views on each video. But since I uploaded videos as soon as games were coming out, they got more attention. So that's how I grew the channel. Trying new games as soon as they release, because people are looking for those videos. So yeah. Maybe the lowest end of the RTX, like 3060 or 3050 when it comes out. I mean, if a 3050 comes out, I'm going to get it as soon as possible, because lower end stuff, that's what the channel is about. 2060 Super is the limit for mortals. Yeah, but it's very expensive nowadays. You're going to stream more this week maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to stream almost every day if I have more emulated games to try. So yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see how I get up in the morning and we'll see. But as of right now, Seems to be fine. Ok, it's launching the game. ¿Pudiste probar la 750 Ti? Todavía no, pero en modo portátil debería ir bien. Veremos. Guys, after this I'm doing the 750 Ti. So let's resume. We're going to go before the fight with Bowser. Because the fight with Bowser is usually pretty demanding, even on the Switch itself. So yeah. Oh, good thing you could get a 1080 for cheap before this. Great card. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Hopefully something happens. Okay, black screen. Okay. Holy hell. Look at Mario. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is significantly worse than on the NVIDIA card. What the heck? What is going on? Yeah, no. Let's try Vulkan. This seems to be a bad idea. So, let's go for Vulkan. I wanted to see how OpenGL did first of all, so... Yeah, let's try Vulkan. As you can see there on OpenGL, the AMD card doesn't stand a chance. So let's try Vulkan now. Yeah, I know, Arthur. I know that Vulkan is usually better. So, but I wanted to try OpenGL first to see how it went. So we're going for Vulkan now. That was the plan all along. So yeah, let's go. Vulkan now. So let's go. Wish me luck, guys. Alright. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago. Which option is best for NVIDIA card? OpenGL. Right away. You can rewind the live stream to see that. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. Before that, yeah, this is on dock mode. Wonderful. Let's see, come on. Okay. Okay, way better than OpenGL, but still, let me see if it's loading shaders, compiling shaders. No, it's not doing 80 shader compilation, but it stutters. Okay, not that bad. But on the NVIDIA card, what's significantly better? I mean, it was like a flat 60. This is super unstable on the 570. So yeah, I mean, if you have an AMD card, you're not going to have a great time. I mean, it kind of makes sense. The Switch is has an NVIDIA Tegra chip. So it kind of makes sense. Okay, let's fight Bowser. When do you think we'll be able to buy GPUs at MSRP? I do not know. We're about to find out. Alright, it's time to fight Bowser. ¿Tienes cargados los shaders? Sí, por supuesto. Si no sería incluso peor. Let me see if shaders are being loaded. Or if they're already loaded. This should be loaded because I put them on the... Okay, it's building shaders, never mind. So that's why. Yeah, the shaders are building, that's why. Okay. So it should be better than this. Yeah, there are shadings being loaded, so hang on, guys. I'm going to try something else. Let's stop the emulation. Let me see if I have a... Yeah, I mean, I have a shader folder, so it shouldn't be... I'm not sure if Vulkan has shaders as an option. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Yeah, this shader cache is there. I don't know, guys. Let me know. I'm not entirely sure on how that works. Sí, anda más trabado, pero parece que está cargando shaders. I think it's loading shaders, that's why it stutters. But I'm not sure how it handles shaders on the Vulkan API. Okay, Vulkan is building another shader cache. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. So on Vulkan it should be better on the 570, but you need the shaders. Alright. Interesting. So the game is going to run fine, but you need the shaders for the Vulkan build. Okay, interesting. I think the shaders are for the base game then. Yeah, now that the shaders are built, as you can see, at least for this part, I'm getting 60 frames, but the frame times are worse than on the NVIDIA card. Okay, Vulkan uses runtime shader. Okay. So as you can see, guys, once the shaders are built, you get 60 frames, just fine. The thing is that the frame times are a lot worse and nothing is going on. So as you can see on the AMD cards, it's pretty rough in comparison to the NVIDIA card. But I mean, you can play the game still, with some difficulty, but you can. Just make sure to have the shaders, and you should be okay. So yeah, anyways. So it's worse on the AMD cards, that's okay I guess. Not much that we can do about it. At least it's a lot better than OpenGL. OpenGL, absolutely unplayable. Anyways. Did I already beat this? Let me check. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I had a different save file. Hang on. There are sites where you can preload shaders. Yeah, but I cannot share those, unfortunately. Let me save my progress. I'm going to overwrite everything, so I can fight Bowser as many times as I want. No, I haven't tested anything else on the Switch emulator as of yet. So patience, we're going to get there eventually. It all depends on how the reception of this video is, basically. If Nintendo does anything about it, well, I'll have to stop doing videos about this. So we'll see. Not sure if asynchronous shader compilation in the main build of YUZU I have early access. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. So it's going to improve as time goes on, as usual on emulators. So let's fight Bowser one more time, then we try the base game, and then we swap for the 750 Ti, which probably will be fine on portable mode. So yeah, come on Bowser, fight me. Let's fight. Yo mama Bowser. Yo mama. And yeah, since we don't have the shaders for this, it's going to stutter. So let's become a super cat. Well, we'll see. If it claims the video, I'll stop doing them. But I needed to experiment first because you guys were so you insisted so much about this that I said, well, let's do it anyways and see what happens. Fight me, Bowser, fight me. But as you can see, now that I have some shaders compiled, it's a lot better. But the frame times are still pretty inconsistent, to put it mildly. So yeah. Come on B, bro. Fight me, Bowser. Oh, fire is coming. Oh no! Will it run better on the 580? Not really. It's going to be basically the same. Because we're not fully utilizing the GPU anyways. Yeah, it only stutters the first time, but I mean, you're usually not repeating the same thing over and over. But yeah, the first times you load it, it's going to be like that. Let's become a cat again. But I mean, yeah, it's better than I initially anticipated. Considering the performance on OpenGL, Vulkan is a good option. Use OpenGL, I already did it, and it ran like complete garbage. So, if you had named the card, use Vulkan right away. Do not even think about it. Just go right away to Vulkan. I love the face of Mario here. Mario is not impressed. I mean, okay, now he is curious, but not impressed. Okay, so I unlocked some more stuff. Good. Let's now go to the base game. The base game should be less demanding. So let's go to the title screen.
Super Mario 3D World!
Alright. So this one should be super easy to run in comparison to Bowser's Fury. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, the DLC is on YUZU, I know. You can play the base game on CMU, but I mean on the NVIDIA cards it was fine. So the only reason to do that is if you have an AMD card. Yeah, I mean this is a lot better. Look at that frame time. That frame time though. Oh yeah, loading shaders. That's what happens. Hi, Nemzu W. How's it going, man? How does it run on the undocked mode? Oh, let's find out. It should be basically the same because we are limited by the software. So yeah, it runs basically the same. Yeah, it uses a little less GPU, but that's about it. Yeah. So yeah, playing in dock mode should be basically the same in this case. Using portable mode should help on lower end GPUs, such as the 750 Ti. So yeah, as you can see, it runs okay as long as you use a Vulkan. So yeah, no issues whatsoever in that regard. And you can play with multiple people if you have more than one controller, so that's always good to see. Yeah, I mean, you only need an NVIDIA GPU and not an expensive one for this emulator, which is great in my book. Saludos desde la provincia de Uruguay. Bueno, Seba, gracias. Saludos para vos también, desde Uruguay. So guys, I'm going to now swap to the 750 Ti. The 570 can play this emulator as long as you use Vulkan. So let's close it down, turn off the PC and swap to the 750 Ti now. So, of course when I shut it down it's going to crash, but that's alright. It happens. And I'm going to change this to OpenGL. Because OpenGL on the NVIDIA cards is absolutely great. As usual. So yeah, let's swap to the 750 Ti. The legendary graphics card from 2014. So here's the 570, let's put it to the side. Yeah, maybe right here, right next to my face. And we're doing now the 750 Ti, as you can see. So let's put it in. Alright. Is this a PS game? What do you mean? No, it's a Nintendo Switch game, using a Switch emulator. But I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller, so that's kind of weird. A weird combination, to say the least. Bueno, gracias al Rincón de Time, se agradece. I don't speak Spanish, but still understand what people say. Well, good. That's great, man. Waiting for the 750 Ti, yeah, we're doing it right now. So, should be okay. If it runs poorly, better said, that's a correct word. We're just going to try portable mode, since it lowers the resolution and the frame rate. So yeah, let's launch MSI Afterburner, YUZU, and let's see first dock mode, which is the best looking one. We're doing OpenGL now. And then we're going to try portable mode. Let me see if there's a shortcut to do portable mode. So controls, let me see if there's Okay, console mode, undocked. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a shortcut to... Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's an asynchronous shader building. Experimental. Okay, I'm not going to try that. We're going to keep it like this. Since it ran okay. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a button to do that. That's alright. We're going to launch it anyways. So yeah, in the meantime... Hang on. Do I have this running? Yes. Okay. So in the meantime, let's read the chat. Con la versión de Patreon, YUZU funciona mejor. Bueno, tiene sentido. Pero la idea es esperar a que salga. ¿La Play 3 en 2021 conviene? Si hay juegos que te interesan, sí, por supuesto. OpenGL or Vulkan, en español, por favor. Si tenés AMD, Vulkan. Si tenés NVIDIA, OpenGL. No tiene más lógica que eso. So somebody was asking, OpenGL or Vulkan? Well, it depends. If you have an NVIDIA card, OpenGL. If you have an AMD card, Vulkan, basically. So yeah. Haces también benchmarks de topes de gama, no porque no las puedo pagar, no me da el dinero para esas cosas. I wonder if you could force more super sampling in the NVIDIA control panel. As far as I know, you cannot for this thing, but it's probably coming in the future. I mean, every emulator has that option later on. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it comes out later. Are all the games playable on YUZU now? No, not all of them. But this is one of those that runs fantastically well, so might as well test it out. Okay. And as you can see, the NVIDIA cards load the shaders way faster. I mean, the AORUS 570 took like 5 minutes to load all these shaders. So yeah. ¿Recomendable un Ryzen 3 3100 para emular? Sí, por supuesto. O un i3 10100F. What about Breath of the Wild? You can use CMU for Breath of the Wild. It runs fantastically well, so yeah, shouldn't be difficult to run at all. Luigi's Mansion 3, we'll see. Let's first see how Nintendo reacts to a Mario video in my channel, and then we'll see what we do, if we can do more games or not. This is more of an experiment, to see what happens. OpenGL with NVIDIA, Vulkan only with async shader compilation for Radeon cards. Okay, so I did it wrong on the 570. Gotcha. I'm going to try it out next time, then. Tengo una 30-70 veces la emulación, siento que configuro mal las cosas. Es que no tenés que configurar mucho en YUZU. El dual channel igual es importante en la RAM, así que tenés eso en cuenta. Ok, that's fair. No worries. Hay una diferencia de rendimiento notable entre una 580 de 4 y de 8. Podrías poner mejores texturas, básicamente. Oh, I forgot to turn on the controller. 1 second, guys. Come on, controller. There we go. We're going to fight Bowser again. You know how that goes. Wanna try Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to probably try it in the future. Patience. It all depends on how this video's reception on the Nintendo copyright side is. You're a little late. How did the 1050 Ti perform? Duck mode, 60 frames per second. It was completely fine, so no worries. So, okay. As you can see on the 750 Ti, the GPU is almost maxed out, so we get 20 frames per second. So the GPU is the limitation. Let's try portable mode. Portable mode should be way better. So, portable mode now. And we put it on full screen. Oh, hang on, I have VSync enabled. Let me disable VSync. And let me see if I turn this off, maybe it fixes the problem. I can use the mouse. Interesting. Yeah, no. Not great. Okay, makes sense. I mean, it's a 750 Ti after all. But for some reason, I do not know why, it's... okay, it's now 30 frames. Yeah, probably MSI Afterburner was dropping performance there. Sometimes it happens. 35. No, it doesn't happen like that. But if I put it on dock mode, let me disable VSync and then we try that again. So we stop that, we go into the options. Sí, con la 750 te iba mal por ahora, pero no por mucho. So guys, let's disable VSync. It's going to have tearing, but hey, let's see if we can lock it to 30 frames at least. Yeah, Nintendo can be pretty aggressive on such videos, that's why we are trying it out and see what happens. Yeah, Arthur, thanks for the heads up. I didn't know that. So next time I do emulation, I'm going to do that. So thanks for the heads up, sir. I appreciate it a lot. So let's see how this goes. Watch out with the Nintendo Ninja as well. Yeah, that's the experiment today. So 1 second, guys. I'm loading this up. All right. Okay, just like before, 20 FPS. If we put it on portable mode, I get... Yeah, no, it's not doing great at all. If I maximize the window, it's even worse. Let's close Afterburner for now. I'm going to change the... Whoa, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So, hang on. I gotta show you the frame rate. It's on the bottom left corner. Whoa. Come on, game. So, transform, reset transform. Okay, nice. So I go down here. So now you can see the frame rate. Fantastic. So, let's see. On portable mode, sorry, this is portable mode, not dock mode. Portable mode, alright. So on portable mode, I'm getting pretty bad numbers, as you can see. We are GPU limited. And on dock mode, it should run better, which is weird. So if I put dock mode, I jump from 15 to 42 for some reason. I do not know why. I don't know how that works. But it runs in slow motion, so yeah. Let's put dock mode. So yeah, for some reason dock mode is running better. Yeah, my YUZU version is old, I know. But I'm going to try a better one later. But I mean, consider that this is a 750 Ti. So yeah, 750 Ti, I wasn't expecting a lot from it. Is Smash Bros playable? I do not know, haven't tried it yet. So guys, do not do on a 750 Ti, at least not in this version. I'm not expecting the new version to be a lot better, honestly. So yeah, let's try Super Mario 3D World, the base game, which is less demanding.
Super Mario 3D World! Meow. Oh yeah, Mario time! Woohoo!
Anyways. So we try this. Come on. Trying 720p, there's no way for me to change the resolution. The only way for me is to put it on dock mode, on portable mode. Yeah, but the base game is fine. I mean, look at this. So if you want to play the base game, you can either do this or Simu. So yeah. Si quieres ver los settings, rebobinar el stream. Don't use dock mode, it is more intense. Yeah, I mean, I tried portable mode a second ago and it wasn't okay. It was pretty terrible. At least on the Bowser's Fury part. But I'm going to retry Bowser's Fury in a moment. But as you can see, this one is fine. Let me put it on portable mode. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of difference. The resolution is lower. And the game is still running at 60, so it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, the base game is fine. Let's go back to the menu and jump into Bowser's Fury once more. Thanks for all the benchmarks. Glad to be helpful. Thanks, man. No sé si se podrá jugar Monster Hunter Rise, pero si funciona lo voy a jugar, así que tranqui. Try updating YUZU to the latest version. Yeah, I'm going to try it later, man. Don't worry. This is just an experiment to see how Nintendo reacts to this video. But on the 1050 Ti it was okay, so... This is more of a thing of the 750 Ti not being super powerful, basically. Because the other part of the game was fine. But this is an open world thing, so it's way more demanding. So it kinda makes sense. Okay, se puede jugar en Unix. Okay. I'm going to try Monster Hunter maybe on the other emulator. And in portable mode, yeah, in portable mode I'm at 15 FPS. So for some reason, portable mode runs worse. What the heck. But now I'm in dock mode. Yeah, I know Grim Ghost, but that's what I'm experimenting. So if this video is safe, I'm going to make more, but at the moment I needed to try it out first. Tengo 8 de RAM, pero parece que no son suficientes para YUZU y no usa más de 8, creo. Especialmente si tenés una gráfica AMD. So yeah guys, as you can see right here, hang on, I'm going to turn into a cat. It's dropping frames like crazy and going in slow motion. So as long as you're not playing Bowser's Fury, you should be fine if you play the base game on the 750 Ti. So yeah. Anyways. So you probably want to try with a better GPU. I mean, a 1050 Ti is already more than enough to run this. So consider that if you want to play this emulator. I mean, a 1050 Ti should be very easy to get. Well, in the current GPU market, it's probably pretty difficult. But I mean, you don't need a super fast GPU. This is a little too low end for this emulator, at least in Bowser's Fury. So yeah, anyways, pretty variable as you can see. So let's now do the 1650 Super. I've seen enough of this. So let's enable again the VSync like it was on... Hang on. I'm doing that later. So bye bye YUZU. Time to do 1650 Super now. Yeah, whatever. Let's close that down. Okay, 1650 Super now. So 1 second guys, going to swap GPUs. Sí, 1650 Super, Panulu. Exactamente. Yeah, 1650 Super guys, it's coming. Here's the 750 Ti. Unfortunately, only for Super Mario 3D World. For Bowser's Fury is not fast enough, at least right now. So let's put the 1650 Super in, this tiny beast, which should be similar to a 1060. But I mean, if on a 1050 Ti was fine, on this one is going to be alright. Is this always capped at 60? You can unlock the frame rate, but I don't know if it affects the game in some way. We're going to try that on this GPU. But first I want to see, without doing unlock frame rates. Unlock frame rates will be for the end of the video. So yeah. Hypeado por Hogwarts Legacy, sí, sabelo. Va a estar de más. I have the same wallpaper. Well, yeah, it's a great wallpaper. Did you try RPCS 3? Yeah, I tried multiple RPCS 3 games, so if you want to check that out, in my channel I have multiple videos, especially the playable games like Demon's Souls, even Metal Gear Solid 4, I tried it out. It wasn't great, but it was kind of playable. It dropped into the teens pretty often, which was kind of a disappointment, but hey, it's an emulator. So here's the 1650 Super now. Let's launch YUZU. What is that headset model? These are HyperX Cloud 2. Alright, so configure, we're going to the graphics, and we enable VSync, because why not? It was like that as default. So these are the options right now. Since we are using an NVIDIA card, we use OpenGL. Then here we get it like this. Audio as default. CPU accurate. System, nothing special here, I think. And this is multi-core CPU emulation. And this should be at 100%. What the heck? Anyways. So we're going to put this at, I don't know, 1000% if you can do that. And maybe we can get more than 60, but probably going to break the game. But hey, let's give it a shot. And I'm going to, what now? Oh, yeah. Let me fix the FPS counter. Now let's keep the FPS counter from YUZU. That should be the most accurate one. CPU está en unsafe. No, está en accurate. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Bowser's Fury on the 1650 Super now. Thanks for doing all this. Well, you're welcome. Happy to try it out. Do you play retro games like SNES or NES? I like the first Mario on NES, but I don't have a lot of experience with any other NES games. Oh, also, I like Excite Bike, but that's about it. I'm not from that generation. I'm from the PS1 era. But I played the PS1 like on 2001 all the way to 2007, and I got a PS2 in 2008, so I was always pretty late to the consoles. So yeah, my generation has that. I'm 25 years old, and my first console was like, I don't know, maybe Duck Hunt. That's what I played. And then PS1 when I was 5. What's the emulator? YUZU. YUZU is the emulator. You want to play that one? Is that one on PC or on the emulator? That's Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah, I'm going to try it out later. It all depends, again, on how the reception on the copyright side is for this video. If nothing happens to the video, I'm going to do more. But I wanted to do an experiment first. Where's Juan? I don't know. I mean, I think he went out to get some dinner. Even if it's 11 a.m. here, Juan likes to do dinner at any time. So that's why he's never present. He's probably doing thumbnails somewhere. NES and Atari. Still have the original Zelda in gold cardboard box and gold cartridge. Whoa, that's insane. Is it in good condition? Have you played Carmageddon? No, I never did. But I heard that it was pretty controversial when it came out. Have you tested Metal Gear Solid 4 in RPCS3? Yes, I did. Just look it up in the channel. It's there. Sí, tal cual, Madraco. Okay, Bowser's Fury. Hang on, I gotta turn on the controller. My bad. There we go. Is Breath of the Wild playable? You can use CMU for that one, the Wii U emulator. Still have the instruction book too in perfect condition. Well, that's insane, man. Congrats. I hope you have it for more years. It's going to be super valuable in the future. It should be already be super valuable, but I mean, as time goes on, it's going to be even more. Okay, let's save my progress here so I can fight Bowser as many times as I want. So 1 second, guys. Overwrite. I want to learn English. Where did you learn? On school. It's part of my education, so I didn't have much of a choice, really. Yeah, to be expected. I mean, we're on at 60 frames, just like the 1050 Ti, by using even less GPU. Let's put it on full screen. And I'm going to retry this. 1 second, guys. Going to fix the FPS counter. Allow me 1 second. Okay. So here's the FPS counter, so you can read what's going on. There we go. That's how you do it. And now Bowser is going to attack me, which is the best moment to test out the game. So yes, dropping some frames here and there. So let's become a cat. ¿Te jugaste todos los Metal Slug? Sí, están de más esos juegos. So as you can see, using OpenGL, it's fine on the NVIDIA cards. Super smooth. I think it's smoother than the Switch itself. Let's see when he throws fire. Yeah, a big stutter, but then it stabilizes right away. So yeah, we're going to try uncapping the frame rate after this. Hopefully it doesn't break the game, but hey, whoa. I should pay attention. I'm not paying any attention. Don't kill me, Bowser! Yeah, this is just perfect. I mean, nothing to complain about. It's absolutely perfect, yeah. You got that right. Sí, la diferencia con AMD es brutal en los emuladores, sí, especialmente en este emulador. True, true, true. Yeah, on the AMD card is significantly worse, especially on the frame time. So it makes sense. Also on the AMD you should use a Vulkan, but on Vulkan I forgot to turn on the asynchronous shader compilation, I think it was called. Yeah, the GPU is doing nothing. It's like 30%. It's doing absolutely nothing. The GPU doesn't even care that I'm playing a game. Deberías hacer un tutorial de cómo descargar el emulador. Está todo en la descripción, no hay que seguir ningún tutorial en realidad. Está todo en la página web. Alright, we got it. And as you can see, Mario is not impressed. I mean, look at his face. Mario does not care at all. With a Ryzen 5 3600 give extra performance over Ryzen 3 3100 and RPCS3, yeah, for sure. It doesn't do OpenGL. I mean, AMD doesn't do OpenGL well, yeah. That's why Vulkan is an option, I guess. So guys, let's now try out uncapped frame rates. So we're going to close the game now and stop the game, better said, and try uncapping the frame rate. So VSync should be disabled first of all. So we go to graphics, advanced, no VSync. And here on graphics, I think it was, no, not graphics, on system maybe. Sorry, general. So on general we have a limit speed percent on 100%. So this will be native frame rate. Let's disable that. So it's uncapped. And let's see if the game breaks. That will be interesting. So this is OpenGL Plus uncapped FPS. And let's see how the game breaks. You're 21 years old and my first console was an Xbox 360. Well, you got a good one. When I was your age, I was playing PS1 and PS2. I feel like an old person saying that. On the 5500 XT you need to use Vulkan, but it's not going to be as stable as on the NVIDIA cards on OpenGL. Okay, let's see. Is it uncapped? No, it's not. Okay, what the heck? I thought that was going to uncap the frame rate. What happened? Yeah, I'm kind of lost here. Wasn't it supposed to be uncapped if the... Hang on. If I limit the speed percent, shouldn't it be faster? I'm kinda lost. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Let's try something else. So limit speed percent is at 200, it doesn't seem to be changing. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Let's try. If I'm missing something, guys, let me know, please. I know that I disabled VSync. So apparently you cannot uncap the frame rate. So let's put it on like this. So nothing more to show on Bowser's Fury actually. Reset window size to 1080p. Yeah, I mean, nothing changes. It appears to be the same. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, maybe a mod is required. I'm not going to look up that at the moment. Let's see the fire attack. Fire! Yeah, it seems to be okay. Even when fire shows up, it's completely stable. There's a mild stutter going on, but it's still completely playable. So yeah. ¿Las temperaturas se elevan mucho? No, para nada. No está usando casi GPU. Some people are asking about temperature. I mean, we're not fully utilizing either the GPU or CPU, so it's okay. I mean, look at this. But yeah, maybe for uncapped frame rates you need a mod, so keep that in mind. It's going to attack. Personal question, how old are you? I'm 25. So yeah, I'm pretty old. Holy hell. He's pretty strong, said no one ever. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's a mod later. But hang on. Yeah, let's pause the game. Let me look it up super quickly. Unlock. But I think it's going to break the game, so let me see. Let me see if I can do a higher resolution. Maybe. No, apparently not. Not that I'm aware of. Let me see if I can do higher resolution with a mod. Oh, okay. There's a resolution rescaler. I didn't know that. I think I have an old version. That's probably why. Let me check that out super quickly. Yeah, I think I have a very old version. That's probably why. Anyways, whatever. Going to try a higher resolution later then. Going to experiment more. Because usually when I try something different in an emulator, I do it outside of the live stream. And then do a live stream about it. So yeah. Son la flor de la juventud. Bueno, gracias. With Unix you can upscale. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I probably have an old version. That's why we don't have the option. But I mean, it's using so little GPU that I can probably do 4K on this. Shouldn't be difficult. ¿Requiere más GPU o CPU? Por ahora es GPU. El de Play 3 usa CPU. So yeah guys, as you can see, Bowser Fury runs okay on the 1650 Super. Even at 1050 Ti is fine. So yeah, let's move around. Is this better than an actual Switch? I think so. At least in the demanding parts. And if I crank up the resolution, then that would be perfect. But it's completely stable. Well, almost completely stable. Well, some people told me that the frame times on the Switch when there's a lot of fire were pretty inconsistent. Which also happens in the emulator, so kinda makes sense. Yeah, Unix is another emulator, I know. I mean, depending on the game you use either one emulator or the other, so... But I heard that this game runs so well on YUZU, and as you can see, it does run super well. Sí, probar otros juegos dependiendo cómo Nintendo reaccione a estos videos, básicamente. What the heck is this? Okay. Easy enough, I guess. Yo quiero descargar el emulador Play 3, pero un miedo que te vaya a infectar PC de virus. Bueno, entonces no lo descargues. Así de simple. Oh, okay, I can skate over this. I screwed up there. That's alright. Yeah, no, I need to skate. Let's go back up. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Does Xenia work properly? Depends on the game, really. It's always like that. It always depends. Holy hell, I'm terrible at this. It all depends on what game you're playing. So the emulator runs some games great, some games not so much. Jesus Christ. I gotta get good. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh no. I got the thing anyways. Let's go back and get another one. Please don't die, Mario. Numerar Xbox es mucho más complicado. Sí, bastante. Requiere más trabajo ahora. Are we going to try Breath of the Wild? I already did on CMU, if you want to check that out. It's in my channel. But you can play Breath of the Wild on CMU instead of on YUZU. Instead of YUZU, better said. So yeah. Shouldn't be super difficult. On the Wii U emulator, I mean. Oh no. So close. Whatever. I still got the cat shine. The other one. ¿Crees que corre solo con APU? Probablemente no, por ahora. Porque es AMD también. Y las AMD en esto corren bastante mal. Is Mario Kart 8 better on CMU or YUZU? I'm guessing CMU, but YUZU probably runs it fine as well. I haven't tried any of it, so I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. Some light news for ya. Hell yeah. Good, I love this one. Ruins the Gigabyte. Deberías hablar equitativamente los dos idiomas. Sí, Víctor, intenta hablar dos idiomas al mismo tiempo a ver qué pasa. O sea, no, disculpa, pero eso no me sirve. O sea, trato de aclarar algunas cosas, pero no puedo hacer los dos a la vez. O sea, me estás pidiendo demasiado. Pero se agradece la crítica constructiva de todos modos. Is Mario Kart 8 better? Oh, I already did that. What is version of YUZU? It's an old version. It's a 538 version. But I'm going to try a newer version later. Just patience. This is just an experiment to see how Nintendo reacts to me doing emulator videos. So if it doesn't react, well, I'm going to do more. And if it does react, well, I'm going to stop doing Nintendo emulators. So it's all about that. Gracias al Rincón de Time. No es necesario, con que estés acá yo ya estoy más que contento con haber captado tu atención un rato. So alright, Bowser's Fury, as you can see, the more demanding of the two, runs fine. Let's show you Super Mario 3D World, which was a Wii U game originally. It's not open world, nothing like that. So as you will probably see, this runs a lot better. It was already running at 60 frames on the demanding game, so this one should be 60 locked with even less GPU usage. Zelda Breath of the Wild is 10 times better than Cyberpunk. Well, they are completely different games, so that's more of a subjective opinion. That is a more functional game, yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it's super polished in comparison to Cyberpunk, but there are so many games that are more polished. But I mean, it's fun to hate on Cyberpunk right now, which I'm fine with, it's hilarious, after all the hype. Whoa, I screwed up there. Alright, so as you can see, it uses even less GPU, and it's locked at 60, so do not worry, you can play this one just fine, or play it on CMU. On CMU you can boost the resolution, at least right now. Do you play Monster Hunter World? I played it for the benchmarks, but then I didn't play it again. So you could say I didn't play it. So yeah guys, I think that's about it for today. We've been an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half playing this. As you could see, even with a 1050 Ti you can play this emulator just fine as long as you have the shaders compiled. And if you have an AMD card, just use a Vulkan instead of OpenGL and you'll be good to go. And make sure to be using the latest version of YUZU instead of an old version like I'm doing here. Again, this was an experiment to see how Nintendo reacts to emulator videos. Hopefully nothing happens to this video, but I needed to give it a shot before trying more games. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did playing the game. And yeah, see you next time guys. Bye bye. See ya later. If everything goes well, I'm doing more emulation tomorrow. Be patient. So yeah. Thanks guys, see you next time.